Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name's Diana. I'm a full-time reseller. I sell primarily clothes, shoes, belts, fashion things online, both on Poshmark and eBay. I had no idea that I would be a full-time online clothing reseller. Never had in my wildest dreams would I have believed this, because I am not a fashion expert in no way, shape, or form. I feel like I had to learn fashion, like I like shoes and that type of thing, but really not, I really didn't know a whole lot about brands and things. I was brought up in a very conservative home, so I didn't know what I feel like typical teenagers or typical young adults knew for how to go and shop and buy, like what brands are good and what brands are bad. I have 3 children. I'm married. I have 3 children. My oldest daughter has special needs, severe autism, and so she needs a lot of help with a lot of things. I was at the time, I mean, we were, my husband and I were both working full-time, 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, full-time jobs. It got to be a little overwhelming. We were barely making it paycheck to paycheck. If we had an extra bill come up, it was like it would rock our world. So we did have an extra bill come up one month, and that's what got really triggered this whole thing, because I was trying to figure out how we could make that bill because it wasn't payday yet. So I was praying about it, and I feel like I had this God idea about selling on eBay, because I have brought a lot of my children's clothes and things like that in the past off of eBay, and I've garage sold. Since I was a kid, been to garage sales, shops, thrift stores. I am not new at all to thrifting or anything like that, but I didn't think about flipping them. It would cross my mind when I was at a garage sale, if I was buying, you know, for my children or whatever, I would say, wow, that is worth money, and they're not charging very much for that. That's a good deal for somebody. But it never really crossed my mind that you could flip it and make a profit. So as I was praying about it, that's when I got this idea, the God idea that God gave me. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna try it. So we literally took our last $100 and went to the Goodwill. I went in. I literally had no idea what I was doing. So before I went on eBay, and I just looked at all the sold comps of everything that had sold recently that sold for a pretty good profit. And I just went through the list. Like, I picked out some brands and I made a list of it, and I wrote it on a little piece of paper, and I went in and I just kind of like went through the racks. And it took me, when I first started thrifting, it used to take me hours and hours just to, like, my husband would be in the car with the kids and I would go in with my list, and it would take me so long to find like very little. And so my husband would be like, that's what you found today? And I would say, yep, that's what I got. It was a whole new learning experience for me. I had no idea what I was doing, but I just felt a pull towards doing it, that I knew that it was going to maybe, it could turn into something. That's how I got started. And what I did was I just took the clothes that I found. I think I found like 20 things with that $100 at that Goodwill, and I took all of those things and I literally just laid a sheet outside and threw the clothes on it flat, one at a time, and took a picture with my phone and listed it on eBay. I did everything as auction, and I put it like at a low, buy-in, and I just, 99 cents or whatever, or what I paid for it. And then I just literally waited and was like, well, we'll see what happens. And surprisingly, it really took off, like really well. After that, I did a 7-day auction, and in 7 days, we had made 3 to 4 times our money. And we were able to make that bill easily. I was really like, wow. And so my husband was like, let's go do that again. So we took some of that money, that extra money that we had, and we just did that again. That's how we built up. It doesn't start overnight. You don't just have like a huge store. You don't have like all these listings overnight. You take what you can afford, and then it can grow into things. So that's what I did. And I continued to work my full-time job. And I was basically just doing it on the side, but it got to a point where it was more fruitful for me monetarily to be doing that versus my minimum wage job that I was working. So it took like about a year. I think I did it part time, like after work every day. I would list, I would take pictures, I would do all of that, and then I still had my full-time job. But after it grew to a point where I was like, where me and my husband were like, hey, I think it's best if you just quit your job and start doing this full-time, because it was really taking off and I could make more money doing that than what I was doing at my current job. So that's really how it all began. And then I just continued to just like do it, and I watched other channels. I watched I tried to like learn off of eBay what sold, and I just taught myself brands, and just like it took a long time. So it was pretty overwhelming. So, but if I can do it, you can do it. It's super easy once it has a little bit of a learning curve, but it can be very fruitful. It can be very beneficial, and it can definitely turn into a 6-figure income for you, depending how much effort and work you put into it. What I want to bring to this channel is I just want to create some content that can maybe help somebody, if you're a single mom, or if you're just looking for a side hustle, if you're looking to make this into a big thing, that you can maybe learn some things from me. Like I'm not perfect. I still mess up. I still make mistakes, but maybe I have a tip or trick for you that you hadn't heard of before, because I've made a lot of mistakes, and if you can learn from my mistakes, then I am all for that, for you not making the same mistakes that I did. I currently sell on Poshmark and eBay. Those are my primary platforms that I sell on. There's like a love-hate relationship with either one of them. And I kind of tend to like Poshmark more, but I'm still trying. Like, I haven't been selling on Poshmark as long as I've been selling on eBay. I've been selling on eBay for 10 years now. Poshmark, I've probably been selling on for about 4 years now. I tend to like Poshmark but we'll get into that later. I'll have another video about why I like one versus the other, but for now, we'll just leave it at that. So right now, my store on Poshmark and eBay, I think I have about a little over 2,300 listings. Like during the fourth quarter, a lot of people are buying, so it really diminishes it, and then I kind of just have to build it up at the beginning of the year again. So I'm kind of at the point right now where I'm trying to build it back up again. But the most I've ever grown it to has been 3,000, but it's very hard to go over 3,000 because you will literally be selling so much continually that you won't be able to keep up with it. So I always sell through my entire store every year. So whatever I'm listing, I sell that through in the entire year. So if you're not selling it within a year, I think you're probably buying things that you shouldn't be buying, or you're not maybe pricing it right. There's a lot of things that I'll get into. I'll save that for another video. But anyway, I just wanted to introduce myself and take you along with my journey. I really think online reselling is like taking off. Like, it started taking off a while ago, but I really think it's since the virus, it's gotten even bigger, because nobody wants to go in stores anymore, especially like during different seasons or whatever. Online shopping is everything. So I think if you can really get this down, it'll really help you, and it could turn into something really great for you. I know I would love to help you any way I can. So I'm going to be making a lot of videos on how-to videos. We're going to be doing thrifting. I'm going to be taking you into thrift stores and showing you how I shop. Like, we'll be talking about brands. I don't really know what this channel is going to turn into. This is my first video, and I'm sure I'll look back on this video. Maybe if it takes off, if this channel takes off really big, I'll look back and I'll do like a reaction video and say, wow, look, that was really terrible, Diana. But I hope that like I said, I'm not used to being behind the camera. I'm just a mom of 3, and I homeschool. So I'll probably I might do a video on homeschool. I might do, like I said, I also, my online reselling is the main thing that I do, but I also do homeschooling. So I'll probably do a video on that. Right now I'm on a weight loss journey. I want to get down to my ideal weight. So I'll probably do a couple of videos on weight loss and stuff, what I'm doing and that type of thing. Just like things that I think would really be helpful, content that maybe would help you So if you think that this is something that you would like to come on this journey with me with, please click the like button if this video helped you and you think you're excited about this journey, and then if you would subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way, every time I post a video, it'll come into your feed, and hopefully it'll bless you. Hopefully it'll be something that you hadn't heard of. Because I'm gonna just be real here, because I've watched a lot of channels, and I haven't really found all channels to be helpful with online reselling, because they make it too complicated. It does take a lot of self-motivation to be, you know, working for yourself. You're your own boss type of thing. So but the great thing is that you don't have to keep hitting that alarm button. You get to kind of make your own schedule, make your own hours. You get to be around your kids. It opens the door for a lot of opportunities. Like, for instance, I'm able to homeschool my kids because of this, and I wouldn't have been able to do it otherwise. So anyway, hopefully this video has helped you. If it did, please stick around, and we will see you next time. Bye.